and they are actively working on how to make her administrative leave permanent. This all started back in August. Esta manifestación se da a menos de una semana de que Estados Unidos entrara en el conflicto entre Israel e Irán, y además se ha all spot that stood tall for almost 40 years. But the future awaits for them right here. In 2024, almost 1 million immigrants became citizens.
Over to WFT's Oriana Torre, live in the newsroom with the latest breaking details.
JC and Carolina, President Trump posted on Truth Social that Charlie Kirk has died. After 130 years, homemade soda is once again back in the center of attention in High Springs. Alachua Greens provides to neighbors and many local restaurants with different types of lettuces grown all year long, without pesticides. En Florida, la cantidad de estudiantes que ahora optan por estudiar desde casa o en escuelas diferentes a las tradicionales aumentó en un 46% desde el 2020. Comenzar en una ciudad pequeña significó transformar cada espacio que veía una brocha a la vez. De las escuelas públicas del condado de Alachua, ella dice que la maestra ha sido puesta en licencia administrativa. Inseguridad alimenticia en la ciudad. Pero veamos qué es lo que hay adentro. No son solo enlatados o alimentos no perecederos. También hay productos como esta leche que necesita. En el norte central de Florida, los manantiales que alguna vez fueron cristalinos hoy muestran señales de alerta. Granjas en Florida se experimentan temperaturas históricas y en plena temporada de fresas, los campos amanecieron congelados. Durante el fin de semana se registraron temperaturas de hasta 20 grados Fahrenheit. La mayor parte del norte central de Florida estuvo bajo alerta de congelación. Ahora, el pico de la temporada de fresas es desde febrero hasta marzo y granjas como esta abren sus puertas para que los visitantes cosechen sus propias fresas, pero el clima provocó que cerraran sus puertas este fin de semana.
It's hard to have that financial loss. It's very expensive to grow these berries. For being closed for looks like it's going to be 2 days maybe. Yeah, it definitely puts a financial damper on things.
Lo que no solo representa menos ventas, sino que también pérdidas de la fruta. Se espera otro frente frío a finales de esta semana y aunque los granjeros se preparan, describen estas condiciones como agotadoras. One new mommy is helping other babies in need in a way that only a mother can help. I went to a new breast milk bank and talked with her about why she gives. A gift of love that makes all the difference.
Very scary, not, knowing if I was going to be able to produce and, be able to feed my baby.
New mommy Grace Kennedy faced a challenging start to motherhood. Her son, Bentley, was born prematurely. They spent 2 months in the NICU, and Grace's body wasn't ready for the next step, breastfeeding.
I was having to heal myself before I could even begin to start trying to pump and produce.
Many new mothers have difficulties like Grace. In an effort to give back the love she received, Grace became the first to donate to HCA North Florida Hospital's breast milk donation program.
I got to do something to, give some kind of light at the end of the tunnel.
Nurse Parent Education Coordinator Katie Hurd is part of the new program that helps mothers like Grace.
And when a mother is facing the journey of having a baby who is born prematurely, often it takes a few days or a few weeks to establish a full breast milk supply.
The Mother's Milk Bank of Florida collects, pasteurizes, analyzes, and distributes breast milk donations to hundreds of hospitals to help medically fragile babies. Grace now has a surplus of milk, enough to fill 3 freezers.
It's kind of a full circle moment, going in, not knowing what to expect, being so scared, and then now looking back, we're able to give back.
A give back that provides a bridge of support for new mommies.
A complete loss. It's dead. It came up from the roots. So there's no regrowing happening here.
More than $116 million. That's how much UF-IFAS officials estimate were agricultural losses from Hurricane Helene last year. Adam Scher owns Three Rivers Plantation in Suwannee County. He knows all too well the devastating impacts hurricanes have on crops like his pecans. He lost a decades-old tree that was a production maker for his farm.
It's a complete loss, like I said. So a tree that age, that size, it's hard to put a value on it, but basically if you consider the historic production, it's about a $2,000 tree. This tree would probably produce maybe 40, 50 pounds per year for us. So that's completely gone.
Just 1 year ago, Hurricane Helene impacted the pecan harvest at farms like this one in Suwannee County. Now we are back in the peak of this year's season with a storm currently brewing in the Caribbean. And farmers I spoke to say they don't want a replay of last year. Krista Cord, director of IFA's Economic Impact Analysis Program, says Suwannee County was the most affected after Hurricane Helene.
In this case, Suwannee was hit with the most intense conditions when we sum up that wind, precipitation, and flooding.
This time around, Scher is working to make sure he's even more prepared to mitigate any damages from possible storms.
This is about 300 gallons of water that we use for our animals in case we lose power. If we lose power, our wells don't work. So this would probably be enough for about 3 days for us.
A pecan tree takes 20 to 25 years to reach its full potential, and Scher hopes he won't suffer any more losses.
I think it's for the memories. You know, a lot of people remember this place being open as a soda fountain, as a lunch counter.
The return of a piece of history is giving new generations an opportunity to go back in time. Serendipity Soda and Sweets has only been open for a week, but High Springs neighbor Jeffrey Ahrens has already visited 3 times.
When you go in there, it seems like everybody can be a kid.
Brad and John Millade are the owners behind the resurrection of this old building. The pair were always passionate about antiques.
We just kind of fell in love with the idea of restoring it back to its original look and feel as an old-time soda fountain, because those things were kind of dying away in America.
When looking for a space to open, they found this old soda fountain place at the heart of High Springs.
Younger generations with the past, because kids don't like history, it's boring. But when it's something that you can see and touch and experience, it kind of comes to life.
After 130 years, homemade soda is once again back in the center of attention in High Springs. The renovation took almost 2 years and a lot of ups and downs.
John and I have been working 16 to 18-hour days. So last week we made it over 80 hours. I'm making ice cream until 1 o'clock in the morning.
But now they realize how all that hard work has paid off.
The response has been amazing. The support that we've gotten from the community. We've had people driving hours to come and sit down and have a soda fountain at the counter.
This is not only helping them achieve their antique dream, but they say it is helping the downtown area thrive again. From High Springs, Oriana Torre, WUFT News.
We're going to be seeing a warm-up